9260. What is it and how does it differ from other steels like 1060, 1095, T10, and 5160? Let's dive into the makeup of this durable steel. First, 9260 is a type of steel that will take a beating and bounce back, figuratively and literally. But what makes it so resilient, especially to terrible cuts on hard targets? Unlike 5160, 9260 can withstand a lot of abuse before failure. Some have called it a super steel. But is it just the chemistry that makes this steel one of the ideal ones for swordsmiths to use? The makeup of 9260 is what makes this steel so resilient and a good choice for swords. 9260 composition is carbon 0.56 to 0.64. Improves hardness, wear resistant, and strength. Silicon 1.80 to 2.2%, crucial or high elasticity, flexibility, and resilience to fatigue. Manganese 0.75 to 1.0, enhances hardenability and strength. Phosphorus 0.035%, sulfur 0.04%. Chromium, approximately 0.50% to 0.80%, often present though sometimes listed as a trace component, depending on the specifications. So what does all this mean? Well, let's look at what makes 9260 such a resilient steel. The magic really happens with this. The silicon, this is what helps 9260 be so great at withstanding abuse on extremely bad cuts. This is what gives it that flexibility to spring back into place. Along with the manganese combined with it, this makes it one of the most robust spring steels there is. Now, I'm not saying it's the only one should get, but it does hold up to some extreme conditions. But there are some cons to it. One being that one would have to sharpen it more often than a 5160 steel blade. A 5160 blade will hold its edge much longer than a 9260. But unlike a 5160 blade, a 9260 will definitely take more damage and abuse than a 5160 before failure. Being that 5160 only contains 0.15 to 0.35% silicone, that improves toughness and strength, 9260 has a much higher count, which makes it even more durable. 9260 can be a bit more difficult to work with, but in today's day and age, smiths have learned how to work it so it is not so difficult. One other con is, if you want to call it that, is you can't differentially harden a 9260 steel blade just through hardening, which means no home online. So is 9260 steel a great pick for swords? If you're a new beginner or you want something more forgiving, then yes, it is. But still, it's really up to you what it is you are looking for and what you intend to do with it. So I hope you enjoyed this dive into 9260. And leave a comment down below and tell me, what is your experience with 9260? And what are your thoughts on it? Until then, we'll see you on the next one.